Hey, what's up, everybody? What you guys doing? Hey, Judy. So far we've got Lady Blind Wolf in the house. We've got Kelly B in the house. And we've got Judy Turnbull in the house. So I'm hoping a few more people get in here. I'm going to give it a little while, a little bit. So what I'm going to try to bring to your attention today is astro travel. Oh, I'm doing good. So we're gonna do like talk a little bit about astral projection or astral travel, or sometimes it's also considered, hey Joseph, it's also considered astral projection, astral travel, and out of body experience. And we'll also go over a little bit of remote viewing. Some people seem to get that a bit confused. and um and how lucid dreaming also kind of helps out with astral projection and out of body experience. But before I get to that, I had these hung up, and I guess the tape didn't want to work. But I want to show something real quick. So I want to say, hey everybody, want to say thanks to Little Red for sending me her Christmas card, family Christmas card. I had those hung up, but the tape gave out, so. And for Rain over in Hawaii, thank you for the Christmas card. And it also came with a bookmarker with a cute little medallion there. Hi, Vicky, how are you? And then, along with the Christmas card Rain gave me, I got a bunch of stickers. So I got a bunch of snowflake stickers, some Christmas bell stickers. So how's everybody doing today? I guess a lot of people are busy. It's the last few days before Christmas, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people are out there doing last minute Christmas shopping and whatnot. Good Lord, my eyes look crazy in my glasses. How do you guys put up with that? Um, so I don't know if you can hear it, but what I have playing in the background. Okay. Hey Rain, how are you? Um, so like I said, I don't know if you can really hear it in the background. I'll take my headset off and put my mic closer to the speaker. What I've got playing in the background is music that is supposed to help you relax and get into your astro travel. If it's not your thing, don't worry about it. There's other things you can do to get yourself in the mood. Hey, Red, how are you? So, let's see if I can do this. Nope, nope, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, get that taken care of. All right. And let's see if this works. So that link that I just put in there is to one of the YouTube stations um, that I listen to sometimes to help meditate and relax. Um, what I was trying to do is find this thing because the article I was reading brought up something in the Bible. No, this is not going to be Bible lessons today. But in the book of Corinthians, chapter 12, verses 1 through 4, there is something said in here about that could possibly be about astro travel. So give me a few minutes. I have to put on gloves here so the Bible doesn't burn my fingers. Just kidding. So yeah, it says Corinthians. It didn't say whether it was first or second, so I need to look through first or second. 257. Now if anybody has been practicing astro travel or you do know about astro travel, you know it's a pretty serious subject. It's not something you just want to be like, hey, let's smoke a joint and figure this shit out. It's not something that you really want to screw around with. You definitely want to make sure that you're in a sober state of mind when you do this, if possible. Hey, Anita, how are you doing, sweetie? Hey, Anita, why don't you have Wayne bust out his Bible and look through the Corinthians for me? Let me see, chapter 12. Chapter 12, 1 through 4. Now, concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away after God, Jesus. Nope, maybe it was Second Corinthians. No, I'm thinking Second Corinthians. Chapter 12. Yeah, most of the information I got was from the Gaia.com, so I have that link up there in the banner. Whenever I can remember to do that, I try to put that up there so you guys can go and check some of that info yourself. And I just might open up my comments again just in case anybody wants to jump in there. Is Emmy in here? I mean, hey Emmy, if you're in here, I missed you. If there she is. So, Second Corinthians. Okay, so what it is okay, so basically what they feel touches on astral travel in the Bible is Second Corinthians chapter 12, and they have 1 through 4. So it says, "It is not expedient for me, doubtless to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I knew a man in Christ above 14 years ago, whether in the body, I cannot tell, or whether out of the body, I cannot tell." And that's basically what they put in the article. That's supposed to touch on some type of astro travel or some type of spirit that's been separated from the corporeal body. I cannot tell. God knoweth. Such and one caught up to the third heaven. So when I read that in the article and I busted out, yeah, I did bust out the Bible. Um, that tells me, which I've always been kind of suspect before, just hearing little bits and pieces here and there, that there obviously are different astral levels or astral planes, however you want to describe them. How that he was caught up into paradise and heard unspeakable words which is not lawful for a man to utter. Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. But yeah, so basically Second Corinthians chapter 12, actually verses 1 through 3, um, it kind of touches on a possibility of astral travel or spirits traveling without the body. Um, so again, I have it up on the banner because for December and for January, PDX and JMac Oregon have donated to the channel so I can keep it going for these 2 months. And I'm very sorry for having my head up my ass most of the month and not going live. So I will definitely take care of that, give you some extra time since I've missed some of your time. I did send Emmy a link if you want to come up. I hope you got it through my account that's on my laptop. If not, let me know. I have it written down here, or at least I thought I did. Great, yeah. I have it written down here. I'll send it to you again if you want to come up. And okay, no problem. So basically astral projection and lucid dreaming um often go hand in hand. Um and like I said before, astral projection is also considered out of body experience or OBE. That can be initiated, or how can I say this? It can be intentional. That's what it is. It can be intentional or involuntary. And the type of things that can bring you into this is like drama, a severe illness, or water and food deprivation can trigger OBEs or out of body experiences because it gets your body in a different state of being when you don't have nutrition and you're not well relaxed. Lucid dreams, or should I say lucid dream states, are opportunities for intentional OBEs. So if you know how to train yourself how to be Yeah. So multitasking, isn't that great? We're blessed with multitasking, and that's all we do. Um, so if you know how to train your mind and your body for lucid dreaming, you're basically actually still training your mind and your body for astral projection or an OBE, an out of body experience. Um, OBEs may be spontaneous, and astral projection is a conscious choice, but then some could argue, well, yeah, some can argue back and forth. Um, you can be very calm and trained and do astral projection. And again, like it says, trauma, you could, something traumatic could happen to you, and in your mind, you want to get out of it, you want to get away from it. And possibly even through stress and trauma, you could also take yourself out of your body and go somewhere else. Or even out of, not making any puns, but even out of your mind, take yourself out of your mind and go somewhere else. Some may even argue, excuse me, I had to get a drink of water. Some may even argue that in fact, astral projection could also be a form, and I'm just throwing it out there. Go ahead and disagree with me if you want. That astral projection can be possibly a form of time travel. Oh no, did I say that? Did I actually say that? Did I throw that out there? Yeah, I did. Astral projection can also be a form of time travel. So, now I was asked by somebody, I don't think she's here. She's probably busy. She's got a lot of sports and stuff to deal with. Lots of kids, lots of sports. She wanted to know the difference between remote viewing and astral projection. And they basically work on different vibrations. And I'll get into that a little bit later because I'm searching through my notes now to try to find it. Yeah, remote viewing is placing your consciousness into the earth plane, which is sometimes also called earth projection. So I'm going to take down that website real quick and put that up there. Because that's one of the reasons I wanted her to come up. But if she's busy, then no, don't stress it. So yeah, again, remote viewing is placing your consciousness into the earth plane. And the astral plane is a little bit finer and can include a much broader range of frequencies. So that's basically what I'm trying to say, the vibrations, frequencies. Remote viewing and astral travel work on different things. Like with astral travel, your soul, your spirit is actually leaving your body, going to a physical place, whereas in remote viewing, you're taking your mind there so much. You're there, but you're just taking your mind there. You're not actually there as if you've left your body or walked with your body to that location. OBEs begins with experience of leaving the body and consciousness, observing it from a detached perspective. With practice and lucidity, awareness can be directed to locations or activities like flight, which once you start training your mind and your body to be separate in that way, so your body, like when you're lucid dreaming, your mind is awake. You know that you're dreaming, and like I've said in so many I've had so many freaky dreams, And then they don't tend to be so freaky because I remember, that's right, I remembered I was dreaming. And it's kind of weird when you have people in your dream answer you back when you're thinking something in your dream. But there's one thing you got to remember, it's your dream. You're in control of that. So it's not always something so paranormal or supernatural. It's a lot of it is you. Like what I'm trying to explain is I had a dream one time that people were trying to get into this apartment that I lived in, and I was fighting to keep them out. And I kept thinking in the dream, oh my God, why don't I just wake up? Why don't I just wake up? If I wake up, this will go away. These people will go away. And in my dream, one of the guys outside, like, smacked up against the window in my dream and said, "You go ahead and wake up, but when you go back to sleep, we'll be here and we'll still try to get in your house." And that freaked me out. And that freaked me out for a couple of days. And then I finally sat down and um, took some time to myself and thought, I controlled that whole dream. So I controlled that man telling me, "Hey, go ahead and wake up, and when you go back to sleep, we'll be here when you get back." So that's a lot of control you have. So just remember that when you're doing this, you have a lot of control. And again, if you're going to be lucid dream, I mean, unless you've done it and you're okay with it, if you're going to be lucid dreaming or trying to astro travel, do not put yourself under the influence of anything, alcohol, whether it be prescription drugs or street drugs. Yeah, and this is coming from a pothead. You don't want to be under the influence of anything. Because being under the influence of that at any time, you can second guess yourself. And I don't think you want to be on your way to a separate astral plane and then start second guessing yourself. Because other things I've heard of, which I will get to in future live streams, is the different astral planes and things that are in the dark, how can you say, just maybe not being trying to be too dramatic, but things hiding in the shadows of the astral planes that don't feel you should be fooling around with that. I think there's a few times I may have astro traveled, whether I intended to do it or not, and woken up with like my face swollen. One time was just recently, as a few months ago over the summertime. I woke up and my face was swollen. My right side of my face was swollen, and my eye was swollen shut for a couple of days. And I was like, "Wow, what's going on here?" And that's the only thing I can think of is I must have maybe astro traveled and been on a certain plane, and maybe I wasn't supposed to be on that plane, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. But this isn't all fun and games. There are other entity, I guess the best way to describe it is other entities on these different levels that need to protect their levels, protect whatever they have on their astral plane. And if they don't want you there, if they don't think you should be there, you can get attacked. And not just attacked. I need to research it, but in past years of listening to stories and stuff, I need to find out if it's true, but I've heard that actually one person was attacked and was basically put in like a coma because they never came out of the sleep. And that was how they were attacked. So again, this is pretty serious. It's not something, like I said, it's not something where you want to it's not a party game. You don't want to play quarters, let's slam that quarter, take that shot, and let's see if we can astro travel. It's not something you screw around with. Some people even believe actually that without intentionally doing it, sometimes in your sleep you tend to astral travel, whether you might have a dream that you went and got some water out of the kitchen. Maybe you did. Maybe your spirit did. Um, There is one man who did some research on this, Dr. Raymond Moody, MD. And let me see, some even believe that we regularly have OBEs during our sleep. Science holds a new view that OBEs involve neurological or brain dysfunction. So there you go. Science says, yeah, it's OBEs, but there's something wrong with your brain. You've been smacked up too many times. Yeah, whatever, science. What about all the stuff that science can't explain that exists? Yeah, let's talk about that, but not yet. So, Dr. Raymond Moody, MD, after his own experience, became interested in near death OBEs. For decades, he interviewed people about their experiences, and he identified 9 common elements of a near death OBE, which I wanted to list those 9 common elements, but they weren't in the article. So, let me go through, highlight some other comments here. Yeah, you can do exercise, which is basically like mine linking where a person has pictures. Yes. Uh-huh. Let me get down to that one. Yep, Lady Blind Wolf has it. So another part of the article is the tantrics. Sorry, I forgot to look that up to tell you people who they are. But the tantrics mastered lucid OBE and dream states to overcome the fear of death by learning that we are not our bodies. It was also discovered that the physical body can experience deep healing during OBEs. OBEs, out of body experiences. Yes, sirree, Bob, Anita. Hence the reason they call it astro travel or projection. It was weird. I had to make this note because I saw in the article, but the article also says that some athletes learn to lucid dream to practice and visualize their games. By working in a dream or an OBE, not only do they visualize, they have a felt sense of their practice and can actually acquire the muscle memory for winning habits. So again, hey Cal. Again, some athletes learn to lucid dream to practice and visualize their games. By working in a dream or OBE, out of body experience, not only do they visualize, they have a felt sense of their practice and can actually acquire the muscle memory for winning habits. So, with that said, is it right to assume that Ozzy's pretty good at sports or what he does? Methods of astral projection. Number one, you always want to keep the mind awake while the body falls asleep. Oh, come on, you know that's easier said than done. It's easier done than said. Okay, so I got these methods from, let me type it in here. Oh, gentleman's name is Bob Monroe. And he wrote an article or a book, it didn't really specify, called Journeys Out of the Body. Okay, so Bob Monroe wrote an article or a book called Journeys Out of the Body in 1971. And some of his methods are basically, he's got down 6 methods, I believe, so far. One is relax physically and mentally. Number 2, enter a state of and I don't know how to pronounce this, and go ahead and laugh at me. It basically means you're half asleep, but enter a hypnagogic state, which basically means you're half asleep. So when you get in that state of you're half asleep, deepen the state by prioritizing mental or physical. So you want to deepen that and have like do you want to emphasize on your body or do you want to emphasize on your mind? Number 4, pay attention to the presence of vibration in your environment, which comes apparent in a state of deep attention. It doesn't necessarily mean vibrations from a machine that might be on, whether it be like your heater or an air conditioner. It's the actual vibrations that you feel, the energies that you feel around you in your environment. Um, Incur the vibration in your physical body and relax into its presence. The purpose of this is to gently jiggle the subtle body out of the physical body. So again, incur the vibration in your physical body and relax into its presence. The purpose of this is to gently jiggle the subtle body out of the physical body. And put Lady Blind's comment back up there real quick. Okay, 6, focus your thoughts on leaving the limbs and torso. Try to do one at a time. So basically, what I'm gathering is, yeah, you want to focus your thoughts. You don't necessarily want to move your arms like you're trying to separate them from your body, but you psychologically, mentally have to separate from each portion of your body. Kind of like when I did and it really doesn't have anything to do with it. When I did the dementia stream, and I talked about the 7-day bath, like a lot of people with dementia don't like being touched with water or having, don't like being in the water due to temperatures or whatnot. Or even sometimes people with dementia will feel that the water hurts when it touches them. So, one of the ways you can get somebody with dementia to bathe is do a 7-day bathing thing where you separate their body into 7 different parts and you wash each part per day. So by the time you're done at the end of the week, of course you start all over again, but you don't have that fight of them fully getting into a bath or fully getting into a shower or whatever and bathing. So you kind of like might want to do the same thing when you start meditating on each part of the body. Meditate on each part of the body one part at a time. And by the end of the week, you'll be astral traveling. No, I'm just kidding. Um, and number 7, Oops. Yeah, that was 7. Okay, so yeah, number 7 from Bob Monroe's Journey Out of the Body. Number 7, when you do this, this is known as lifting out. Focus on effortlessly drifting out of your physical body, and that is what they call lifting out. Now there is another person who, let's see, Robert Bruce, and he is the founder of Astral Dynamics movement. And he brought something up called the rope technique. Yeah, there is going to be a part 2 because, like I said, when I read that part in the article, and it brought up the thing about it brought up the verse from the Bible, and even in the Bible it talks about a third heaven. So, not saying that every astral plane is a part of heaven, but if there are astral planes that you have to go through before you get to heaven, or if the astral planes are really considered different levels of heaven, then I want to get into the different levels of the astral planes too. So yeah, most definitely. We'll definitely have to get together and make sure we get this all set up and everything, because most definitely, if he does not have a problem talking about it publicly, then I don't have a problem, and shoot, we can even do it on your channel too. It doesn't matter to me. The more that are aware, the more information that gets out, it gives people a better understanding whether they actually want to believe in it or whether they don't want to believe in it. And whether they want to believe in it or not, I'm sorry to say this, with my own experiences, I'm pretty sure with Ozzy's experiences, if my mom was alive to be here to talk about it, because this would be one of her subjects, she's actually done astro traveling, and I can tell you by her experiences, I think the shit's for real. I'm not calling it shit to put it down. It's just, sorry, it's just some of my vocabulary. But I really do believe in this stuff. Hey, Sean Woman, how are you? So get to Robert Bruce's rope technique. The rope technique is regarded as one of the most accessible astral projection methods. So you want to relax the physical body by visualizing each muscle. Hey, J-Mac. Yeah, you can hit that thumbs down too. I don't care. All right. So the other donator to the channel that you can blame for this live stream is here. That's JMac. He and his partner in crime have dedicated to 2 months worth of me torturing you people with live streams. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, okay. So again, getting back to Robert Bruce's rope technique is relax your physical body by visualizing each muscle. From your space of relaxation, enter a vibrational state. This could feel like an amplified version of a cell phone's vibration mode pulsation coursing through the body. So that gives you something. There you go. That gives you something to look for. So again, from your space of relaxation, enter a vibrational state. This could feel like an amplified version of a cell phone's vibration mode pulsations coursing through your body. Number 3, imagine a rope hanging above you. Hey, Miss K, how are you? So yeah, imagine a rope hanging above you. Using the astral or subtle body, again, using the astral or subtle body, attempt to hold on to the rope with both hands, keeping the physical body relaxed and motionless. Easier said than done. Again, using the astral or subtle body, attempt to hold on to the rope with both hands, keeping the physical body relaxed and motionless. Number 5, begin to climb the rope, hand over hand, while visualizing reaching the ceiling above you. Once you are aware of your full, okay, thought I was getting a notification. Once you are aware of your full exit of the physical body, you are able to explore the astral plane. So that's basically six ways, you know, a way to practice. You visualize something. You don't necessarily have to be a rope. It could be anything. You could maybe if you have stuffed animals, put a stuffed animal across the room and visualizing yourself get up and walking over and touching the stuffed animal. If you don't like climbing ropes. Now there's another approach which is weird, and it's called the nootropic approach, and it has something to do with nicotine patches. Hold on, I got a cough. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So the nootropic approach is got something to do with nicotine patches, and it says nicotine has specific actions on brain chemistry. It's considered a cognitive enhancer, and nicotine is gaining fans among the biochemical brain hackers. Again, nicotine is gaining a fan base among biochemical brain hackers. Many using nicotine patches to quit smoking have inadvertently discovered what happens when they forget to remove the patch before sleeping. Yep, again, many using nicotine patches to quit smoking have inadvertently discovered what happens when they forget to remove the patch before sleeping. Nicotine can induce hyper-realistic but bizarre dreams that are so outrageous that many say to themselves, "Oh my God, this has to be a dream. This stuff is way too crazy. This has got to be a dream." Uh, it's just got to be a dream. So once you've hit that state, basically it says lucidity has been attained. So basically, you are aware in your dream. You are at that point lucid dreaming. So again, like we said in the beginning, or like I said in the beginning, lucid dreaming is also a step into helping you astro travel. What else? This is not an endorsement of this method. Many reports have been given that many have been actual nightmares. So it's not something you want to just go out and buy some nicotine patches and say, "Woohoo, let's fly, baby, let's fly." Yeah, it's not what you want to do. Uh, lucid dreaming with habit and repetition. We reach lucidity when we recognize we are in a dream state. Best opportunities for becoming lucid within a dream are during REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. Again, REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. This stage happens the first 2 hours after after we fall asleep. Got a case of cotton mouth here. No, I've not been doing BJ's with Cotton Joe. All right. So, yeah. So, this stage happens the first 2 hours after we fall asleep and before we awake. So, and then we find that waking up and going back to sleep during the night will increase the REM sleep time. Some use the sleep wake method by setting by setting internal alarms during the night, getting up for a few minutes and going back to sleep with the intention of keeping the mind awake. If awakened during a dream, immediately go back to sleep if possible and re enter the dream with lucidity. So that's a little bit there with astro travel. Now, getting into remote viewing, seeing how there is a difference. Remote viewing is defined as the ability to acquire accurate info about a distant or non local place, person, event without using your physical senses or any other obvious means. All right. Again, remote viewing is defined as the ability to acquire accurate info about a distant or non local place, person, or event without using your physical senses or any other obvious means. Remote viewing is also associated with the idea of clairvoyancy. Yes, and he's probably cheating because he's lucid dreaming and astro traveling, and he's probably astro traveling and putting sugar in the opposite team's food so they get fat before the game. I'm just kidding. That's a lot of work to do to win a game when you're astro traveling. So yeah, again, it's associated with the idea of clairvoyancy and is sometimes called anomalous cognition or second sight. I know you guys have heard that. Second sight. Difference between natural psychic receptivity and remote viewing is that remote viewing is a trained skill that the average person can learn to do. There we go. Shit, Lady Blind Wolf. I should have sent you the link to come up. Sorry, I lost track there for a second. So again, the difference between remote viewing and natural psychic receptivity is remote viewing is a trained skill. Anybody can learn remote viewing. One of the ways you can practice this is get a friend or family member, anybody you trust, and select a range of targets. Ask a friend or family member to select 5 to 10 pictures. Ask them to cut the images from a magazine and paste them on a blank white sheet of paper, one picture per paper. Examples of the pictures can be people, it can be architecture, buildings, whatnot. It can be nature, trees, flowers, whatever. It can be animals, etc. Um, if you're easily triggered by disturbing stuff, then make sure that the person doesn't have any kind of disturbing pictures or anything like that. If that happens to trigger you negatively. Ask your assistant to put the pictures in an envelope. Put the pictures in a manila envelope face down and make sure they say nothing to you about the pictures they picked. You'll view them one at a time, getting feedback after each session from the face down target at the top of the pile. So you're not going to look at them. They're going to be face down where you can't see them, but you are going to try to see if you can't see what's in the picture, which is kind of like something what I want to do when I start getting into the Celtic cross readings from my Moonology deck. That is a long reading, and I may start doing some kind of contest to make sure that people can get readings from that deck, which may be some kind of like psychic ability test. If I can find the right kind of cards to do it. If not, I might just use regular playing cards, and you guess whatever the card is, and whoever gets the most guesses, has the most guesses, will get that 10 card reading. That's what I plan on doing in the future, or in the near future. But most definitely, when I start reading them, the first people to get readings will be J Mac and Emmy. They'll be the first two, since they donated to keep the channel going. They'll be the first two to get the 10 card Celtic cross readings. So again, yeah, you ask your assistant to put the pictures in the envelope. Okay, before you start your remote viewing, again, you want to quiet your mind, as little as mental outside noise as possible, outside your mental state. Number 4 is you've got to let go. Let go of all the stresses you have. Let go of everything if you can. Just let it all go. Actually, picture the white sheets of paper that you put the pictures on, and then start picturing what might be on those. Picture your mind blank and white, or blank and dark if that's easier for you, whichever way. But just picture everything blank. There's nothing around you, like you've just moved into an apartment and you have nothing to put up on the walls, no furniture to bring in. It's just an empty apartment with nothing but white blank walls. And that should help you concentrate a little bit and get into your remote viewing. Write down the date and time, and any ideas that you want to let go of that may distract you while you're viewing. Write it and let it all go. Number 5, call first target to mind. Start by describing the most basic impressions you have of the first target site, or first target event, or first target person. Do they have blue eyes? Do they have freckles? Stuff like that. The event, is there, what kind of event could it be? You're basically your target site that you're trying to revote mute. You guys sure you want to come into these things when I can't talk? Remote view. Again, do not second guess yourself. You don't second guess yourself with any of this stuff that you guys are practicing or getting into. You have to go into it with full confidence and full clarity. So again, do not second guess yourself. Write down the first thing that comes to your mind. The fainter, the better. Just make sure you write down the info as descriptively as possible and do not judge anything. So if you think there's a rabbit in the picture, write down that there's a rabbit, or if you can sketch a rabbit, sketch out a rabbit or something. Don't second guess yourself. For all you know, it could be a kitten. At least you're close. It's got fur. Number 7, connect the dots unconsciously. Info is coming from your mind and autonomic system. The idea is that you unconsciously already know everything there is to know about the target. You just have to communicate it to your conscience and mind. And it does that through your body with subtle sensations, not vibration sensations. Remember, vibrations, the vibrations between remote viewing and the vibrations of astral travel are completely different. Completely different. Describe the basics. Write down sensory information that comes up, like visuals, odors or smells, taste, textures, and temperatures, you know. If you're, if you're remote viewing and you're trying to get somebody at Burger King, are they having a cheeseburger? Does it smell good? Just, just little examples like that. Also, you may start receiving sizes, shapes, and patterns. These are known as dimensionals when you are remote viewing. These are known as dimensionals. Shapes, sizes, and patterns are known as dimensionals. That's right, Kelly. Put on long sleeve shirts and heavy sweatpants and turn on all the heat in the house and then sweat. Okay, number 9. Draw a sketch of the target. Take your time. Don't worry how the sketch looks. Like I said, if it's a cat and you end up drawing a rabbit or something that closely looks like a cat, don't stress it. You don't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be exact. You're training, you're learning. The more you train, the more you learn, the better you get to where you can draw the cat. Find a bird's eye view. Imagine floating several hundred feet over the target area. Make note of final impressions about the target. Again, find a bird's eye view. Imagine floating several hundred feet over the target area and make note of final impressions about the target. So yeah, when you end your session, write down the time and the brief summary of what you received. Get some feedback, pull the top pick from the envelope to see how you did and compare your notes. You may be surprised, you may not be surprised. Review and repeat, no connection. No, just don't despair if you didn't get a connection. Again, this is something that can be practiced. Main point is to learn about yourself. Remember, this is an ability you have to cultivate. And lastly, let go of being right. Most important, just have fun with it. And that is like a major point. It's too bad that was the last point. That should be the first point. Hey, there she is. Hey, how you doing, cosplay? I believe through my laptop account, I sent you a link to come up if you want. You don't have to. So yeah, remote viewing is placing your consciousness into the earth. I'm going to repeat it again. Placing your consciousness into the earth plane, sometimes called earth projection. The two planes are different in that they do not share the same vibrations. And again, that is the difference between astro travel and remote viewing. The two planes are different in that they do not share the same vibrations. Again, the astral plane is a finer plane and can include a much broader range of frequencies. So everybody knows, in case none of you have found them on YouTube, you can on YouTube find meditation music. You can find spoken meditation music. One of the links I did put up in here was a link to a channel that I sometimes listen to that will play the type of beats, use the type of music tones and whatnot that you need to help you astral travel. Let's see. No, not that one. Well, Mary, that's right. You know, how rude of me. Just because, and it's not because of any religious beliefs. I just, by myself, I just don't feel the need to celebrate Christmas. So I tend to get a little bit rude. But Merry Christmas to everybody. uh, wow, it's going to take me forever to go through all these, but what I'll do is after the stream or whatnot, I will go ahead in my description area and I'll put down some more links for some meditation channels. As a matter of fact, you guys all know, or most of you guys know Sarah, and Sarah has some meditation on her channel. So let me find her channel and I'll throw her link in here so you guys can check out her meditation videos. Come on, I'm in the seas. Oh, there she is. Playlists. Okay, so I'm going to share right off the bat. I'm going to share Sarah's meditation links in here. And you guys can go check out her vids. And of course, at any time, you can easily type into your search engine, you can easily type in astro, travel, meditation, whatever. And you know you'll be able to find that kind of stuff all over YouTube. But like I said, after the live stream, when I have a minute, I'll go back and put in some extra links in the description just in case somebody wants to go back and check out some stuff. Or I might even open up the comments and put up with the trolls. I'll go ahead and open up the comments. So if anybody else has any other stations or, you know, or links that can be helpful, they can go ahead and post them there in the comments too, so other people can check out the links. So basically, everybody, that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, I'm probably not going to be able to answer anyway. Let's see. Nope, don't want to do that. This is what I want to do.
With ring alarm when there was carbon monoxide spreading.
Yeah, that was a commercial. So, and who knows? Maybe the next one I can have Emmy and Ozzy, and maybe if Lady Blindwolf wants to come up, she can come up. I'll find a way to send her the link or send the link to somebody to send it to her and get her up here. So, anybody have any hot plans for Christmas? No? Or should I bore you with all the other pictures I have? Let's see, I have that background. How do you guys feel about that background? I don't know. I do like that as a picture, but it's a little bit too anatomical for me. If you know what I mean. How about this one, guys? How do you feel about that one? Yeah, if you know anything about me, you know like my favorite color is blue, so you know I've got to have a blue phoenix in there somewhere. Or this was the one I was actually going to use. I was going to keep up, and I probably should have. I really like that one. That one is like my favorite. All right, Shaw Woman, you made the screen. Let's see. Here's another one. Somebody really liked that one. I think Kelly said she really liked that one. I like that one, but then again, it's more like a rooster. For me, it looks more like a rooster, like. "Arr." Yes, we all like boobs. Well, most of us. Let's see, what other one? Oh, and then this one. I think I've used this. I used this one last night. I did a short silent stream for those that are missing and gone in remembrance. And when I do those streams, I get it because there's trolls out there. You don't want to put names of your loved ones, but if you have, if you want to type in names of your loved ones, and I had somebody, I'll say for me, I consider them a troll. I had somebody come in by the name of Adam, and it was like talking all kinds of mass crap about, oh yeah, that's why nobody ever mentions them. It's a silent stream. Okay, well instead of talking crap about me not talking about it and having a silent stream, why don't you type in some names of some people you want remembered instead of talking crap? So I went ahead and moderated my own channel, and I told that person that and then blocked them from my channel. Because whenever I hold a silent stream, it's silence out of respect, but there's no problems with typing in names of the people in chat that you want to be remembered. I mean, if I could trust people good enough, I would like to have people up and even talk about some of their experiences, and whatnot. But you can't trust everybody that hits that link, you know. It does have chicken qualities, right? It does. Let's go back to that one. Let's go back. Let's go back to Rooster Phoenix. Phoenix is live. Oh no. Oh no. That's it. Oh yeah. Here comes that joke. What's the difference between a prostitute and a rooster? One says cock-a-doodle doo and the other one says any cock'll do. All right, y'all. That was your dirty joke for the stream. I'm gonna head out, but I'm not gonna head out leaving that fucking chicken up there. That's for fucking sure. All right, we'll leave with Shaw Woman's favorite background. Or better yet, let's see. There we go, Shaw Woman. So I hope you've learned a little bit, or I've piqued your interest in astro travel, and I hope I've explained well enough, or at least piqued your interest in finding out the differences right now between astro travel and remote viewing. Funny story is there is a movie with George Clooney, Ewan McGregor, something about the guys who stare at goats or something like that, and that is a movie that's kind of based on the government, our US government, actually doing tests with people for remote viewing, and you know, like what the Nazis did back in, you know, in the World War II, when they were practicing and working with psychics and whatnot, stuff like that. And so supposedly what they're doing in that movie is like remote viewing, pretty much. But yeah, if you think it's a cool movie, check it out. And I guess we are done here, folks. Bye, everybody. Have a great evening. Have a good Christmas. I'll try to do some card readings before Christmas or even on Christmas Day. Have a good one.